We still have the featherweight championship and the lightweight championship, and we'll start it off with the lightweights. Acelino Freitas, the talented 21-year-old from Brazil, he's looking to make a statement tonight.
He was very impressive in the first round of Boxino, and in fact in the second he scored 2 stoppages to get to the finals against Edwin Vazquez, the brother of Wilfredo, who you just saw here on Boxino. For Freitas, it really has been an exciting advancement to the finals. The 2 knockouts, as I mentioned, whereas Edwin Vazquez, certainly winning by decision, much more of a boxer-puncher, really like his brother.
All right, we are set for the lightweight championship. Acelino Freitas and Edwin Vazquez. This bout took place earlier this evening. Let's pick the action up with round number 1. Acelino Freitas and Edwin Vazquez for the lightweight Boxino championship. From the Belle of Baton Rouge, Bob Papa along with Al Bernstein and Dave Bontempo. This championship bout scheduled for 12 rounds. And there is Acelino Freitas, the 21-year-old out of Brazil, 11-0 with 11 knockouts. He had never been past round 3 until his last bout. He struggled, but scored an 8th round TKO against Hilario Guzman. The 21-year-old Freitas has a lot of ability, but so does Vazquez, although a different style.
Vazquez is more of a boxer-puncher, got a good straight right hand, more likely to take you farther into the fight. Freitas, he's a gunslinger. He will come out with both guns blazing. He did in his first Boxino match against Johnny Montantes from the United States, and he knocked him out in the very first round and showed us lots of power. Tried to do the same in his last fight, but as you said, had to struggle before getting the win in the 8th round.
Now Vazquez, who is not known for his power, did hurt Aaron Zarate of Mexico in the first round of their bout. That went on for a majority decision. Go ahead, Al.
Also rocked him in the 6th round, and there was a point in that bout in which I think Vazquez could have really taken control and gotten the knockout, but chose, I think, more to box.
When you look at distance, Vazquez, the 25-year-old, has been past 8 rounds 4 times. Although he's never been past 10, he's been in some distance bouts, whereas Freitas has been basically an early round knockout artist.
You see how wild Freitas can be. And the height and reach of Vazquez, important here because he's kind of keeping Freitas just out of punching range.
Freitas, a silver medalist in the Pan American Games. He beat Cuba's Julio Gonzalez, very notable amateur boxer, a big win for Freitas.
And that stamped him as a guy that people are going to watch as a pro, and now at age 21, they are thinking of him as a very good pro prospect, and winning this Boxino tournament, if he could do it, of course, would be a huge step for him.
Freitas a little south of the border with that left hook, and that's the interesting thing about Boxino. We're getting a look at some talented young boxers here in the United States and on American television, and of course ESPN's international reach, but guys that you may never have heard of before that have fought in these countries for these past couple of years.
Absolutely. The majority of the boxers in this tournament have not fought in the United States or in the other countries, so you do get a chance to see what they're all about. And we have already uncovered some interesting young men. And the interesting thing about Freitas is, if they could rein him in and shorten his punches a little bit, they would add to his power and I think make him an even more effective fighter. We've seen how wild his punches can be here in round 1. When he lands, wow.
Right hand by Freitas. Vazquez tries to answer. Blistering end to round 1. Round number 2 underway in the scheduled 12-round championship bout. The Boxino lightweight championships on the line. Acelino Freitas of Brazil and Edwin Vazquez of Puerto Rico. Freitas, 21 years of age. He will turn 22 on September the 21st. Vazquez is 25 years of age. I mentioned that we take a look at some of the numbers from round number 1.
Vazquez with the edge, and maybe the most important of those 21 punches came at the end of the round when Freitas attacked wildly, and even though he landed some shots, Vazquez landed a very good counter right.
Freitas 11-0 with 11 knockouts. Vazquez 16-4 with 5 knockouts. Vazquez, as we mentioned, has been past 8 rounds 4 times. And has fought in the United States once before in 1995, lost a 10-round decision to Anolfo Castillo in Englewood, California. He's also fought in Colombia and in Germany.
It is really a crapshoot for Freitas when he charges in. He's landing some pretty good shots and also taking some counter shots, and you just have the feeling that this fight might end during one of those charges with either man going down.
Freitas looks like a young man who needs polishing, whether that's in some of the more seasoned gyms in the United States with good sparring, but it looks like he has the tools.
He really does. He's close to being a guy who can make another step up. He's wide with his punches. He keeps his head a little too high. Those are things they have to work on. But he has power and he has hand speed. If you have that, you have a chance in the sport.
Edwin Vazquez, on the other hand, the quintessential boxer, he also talented at just 25 years of age.
Yeah, and he is a guy who I think, although he lacks some of the power they might like to see, is a much better technician at this stage in his career. Guys who have brothers also in this tournament. They are part of the 2 brother acts that got to the finals.
I think despite his 4 losses, regardless of what happens here tonight, win, lose, or draw, I think Vazquez is a late bloomer. I think fight fans will see him make some waves. Maybe not a world championship, but people will see him in the United States.
Yeah, he has obviously started to hit his stride and find where he should be as a boxer. And this tournament could give him a lot of confidence in that regard.
Final seconds of round 2. This bout scheduled for 12. At stake, the Boxino Lightweight Championship. The gym of the Belle of Baton Rouge in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Bob Papa, Al Bernstein, Dave Bontempo. Round 3 underway of the Lightweight Boxino Championships. Acelino Freitas from Brazil in the gold and green, in the red with white and blue. Edwin Vazquez, a 25-year-old from Puerto Rico. No knockdowns in the bout to this point, even bout to this point.
And the punches through round 2. Nice right hand by Freitas. Talk about even, both men throwing almost the same amount and landing the same amount. And there's not been any significant edge in power, although that last right hand by Freitas, one of his best punches in the round.
And we just saw Freitas land almost a power jab.
Now, the more Vazquez takes chances, the better it is for Freitas, because Freitas, he gets him in his wheelhouse. If he's in a punching position, Vazquez, then Freitas probably has the edge in power. And some of those big hooks and right hands may do some damage.
Acelino Freitas, very shy young man. We spoke with him during the quarterfinals of Boxino back in May in Costa Rica. He really enjoys watching his brother perform more than he does.
And they are both young men that you kind of root for to make it in the sport. They've made an impact in boxing. We'll see how far that takes them. Both men kind of inaccurate in this round.
Freitas throws every punch with the willingness or the desire to take his man out.
He wants a knockout with every punch. As my friend Gil Clancy says, he throws them with bad intentions. Freitas using the jab several times and trying to set up the right hand, but then missed with that punch.
Seen a lot of body work from other men.
No, they have not gone downstairs much. there. Johnny Fundia has not had too much to do. They have not been in a clinch very often either.
Punches all missed. Maybe not that left.
See the hand speed of Freitas, but when they're that wild, it doesn't help.
Come to the end of round 3, scheduled for 12. Freitas and Vazquez on ESPN. Welcome back to the Bell at Baton Rouge. Saturday night, NASCAR races into Richmond, Virginia for the Exide NASCAR Select Batteries 400. Live on ESPN Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. We continue our coverage of the lightweight championship bout of Boxino. Acelino Freitas of Brazil, Edwin Vazquez of Puerto Rico. Al and I had Freitas ahead slightly through the first 5 rounds of the bout as he started to take control. We were